Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name's Carissa. We are so glad you're here. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I get asked a lot by everybody on, on Instagram DM, in emails, all the time. And so I thought what better time than now to talk about this, to talk about how I've been able to be happy for people when they tell me they're pregnant, or when I see a pregnancy announcement, or, when I see someone that's pregnant. So I just thought I would share some of the 5 ways that I've learned, or that's really helped me be happy for somebody, be genuinely happy for somebody else when they're pregnant. It's been a long road. I've gone from one extreme to, I shouldn't say to the other, but I'm getting there. It's been a long road. It's been a long process, but I can honestly say now that for the most part, I get happy for other people when they're pregnant. Maybe, and I'm always happy for them, but say that day I, just took a pregnancy test and it's negative, or I just started my period or something, that might make it a little salt in the wound, but that doesn't mean I'm not happy for them. It just means, that you're a little bummed for you. Anyway, so I'm gonna share 5 ways that I have really learned, or 5 ways it's helped me to be happy for other people, especially my friends and my family who I love so, so much. When I find out that they're pregnant or after they have a baby. So yeah, I'm gonna share that with you. If you are new here, go ahead and subscribe below. We would love that. And go ahead and like this video. That definitely helps us feel loved. It helps our video be seen. And yeah, it just makes us happy. Anyway, okay, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that's really, really helped me is remembering that everybody has a story. Everyone has a story. And when I get a friend's, text that they're pregnant, or I see a Facebook post or an Instagram post or whatever from a friend or family member that they're pregnant or that they've had a baby, I always try to remember before I get into the, why is that not me type of mentality like I used to, is I try to remember I have no idea what got them there. I have no idea what pain they've been through. I don't know how many miscarriages they had to get there. Did they have a stillborn? Did they have some kind of other trial happen? Did they struggle to get pregnant? Did they have an adoption process fall through? Is this an embryo adoption? Is this IVF? Is this an IVF miracle? Is this an IUI miracle? I really try to remember that I have no idea what their story is. I don't know what suffering they went through. I don't know what suffering they're going to go through in the future. And so I want someone to remember when I'm pregnant and when I get my miracle, that I want someone to remember and to be happy for me when I get it instead of upset at me, because it was a long, long road. And I really try to remember that I have no idea what somebody else went through, because not everyone's going to share it. And not everyone's story is the same. Not everyone's heartache's going to be the same. Not everyone's journey is going to be the same. And so I think that has really, really helped me, is initially thinking, wow, like I have no idea what got this person there. And that is amazing that they get this miracle, because it's a miracle. Okay, so the second thing that I think has helped me is when you find out that someone else is pregnant, and you know that feeling when you first find out, or you see on Instagram, or you see it on Facebook, or you run into somebody at church or whatever, and you're like, oh, it's them and not me. I try to remember them in my prayers, and I try to pray for them specifically, and not just them, but I try to pray for their baby. And I really don't know how you can pray for somebody and be upset with somebody. So honestly, one of the biggest things that's helped me is getting on my knees and praying for safety and for health and for peace and comfort and just all the protection in the world for this person and their child, because there is no way I would ever want them to go through heartache and pain and loss in the way that me and so many other people have gone through. And not only that, I know that when you find out someone else is pregnant, sometimes it really is like a dagger, and it kind of stings, It's like, because it's salt in the wound, it's like, wait a second, I just took a pregnancy test and it's negative, but then I just found out that, my best friend or so-and-so is pregnant, or my sister-in-law just had a baby, or whatever. And you're like, oh, it's everyone else but me, but me, but me. And so it can kind of distance you from the people that you love, from your friends, from your family. And I pray to be able to love them and to know how I can love them and know how I can help them. And I don't want this journey to ruin my relationships. I want these people to be part of my life, and I want their babies to be part of my life. And yeah, I really truly believe that you can't be mad at somebody or frustrated with somebody for long while you're praying for them. There's just an extra power there, and I know that that it's really helped me, so hopefully it helps you. All right, so the next thing that's helped me a lot that I think could really help everybody, well, I think all of these could help everybody, but I think this could really just put things into perspective for everybody, is thinking about if you would want your friends or your family to go through what you've been through. Would you want them to go through the heartache, the pain, the miscarriages, the infertility? Would you want your friends and your family to go through that? And every time I think about that, the answer is no. The answer is no. In the last 4.5 years that Brian and I have been through infertility, we have had 9 nieces and nephews born. 9. It seems like someone is always pregnant. Someone is always having a baby. You see our friends are always pregnant or having a baby. And basically everybody on my side of the family and extended family, they all have kids. Even the youngest cousin of the family. And I'm the only one that doesn't. So, you know, sometimes it feels lonely and it feels like you're an outcast and you're like, wait, why am I the only one that's going through this? But then I really have to think to myself, do I want any of my family or my friends to go through this? And for some reason, I don't know why, it's always harder for me to find out that one of my in-laws is pregnant. It is. It's just harder for me. I know it's just the truth. But I always have to remind myself that I love them and that I love their kids. And there is no way that I would ever want them to go through what I'm going through. There's no way I would want them to go through the negative test after negative test, after miscarriage after miscarriage, after failed cycle after failed cycle, after failed IVF cycle, after heartbreak, after loneliness, after despair. There's no way I would ever want my friends or my family or my in-laws, even though it hurts me for some reason more when they're pregnant, to go through what I'm going through. Plus, being an aunt is a pretty cool gig. It's pretty awesome, and I love my nieces and my nephews so very much, and I love my friends' kids, and I try to focus on that. I try to focus on the good things that come from people that I love having kids, because really, like, I would not trade my nieces and my nephews for the world. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And if my in-laws and if my sister didn't have these babies, I wouldn't have them. I gotta remember, even for my in-laws, that I would never want them to go through this. I don't want anybody to go through this. I know 1 in 8 do, at least with infertility, and 1 in 4 go through miscarriage, and that breaks my heart. And it's sad to know that so many people hurt, and I don't want anyone to hurt. Okay, so this next one might be a little harsh, and I don't mean to like be harsh towards anybody else, but this is just something that I had to realize for myself. Honestly, I had to stop making my friends and family's pregnancy announcements about me. I know that is harsh. I know that it's harsh. And I don't mean to be like, hey, you make it all about you too, but this is just me. This is what I would do. You guys, it has ruined relationships. It has ruined friendships. It has ruined relationships with my cousin. Oh my gosh, I will share an example with you. Easter of last year, my cousin, who has been like my big sister my whole life, she texted me and told me that she's pregnant. And she was pregnant with their 4th kid. And I was so hurt. How dare her text me on Easter? How dare her text me on a holiday and tell me that she's pregnant when I'm going through infertility? I made it all about me. I made it all about me. And a few weeks later, I texted her to let her know how badly it hurt me. And I went off. I just said, how dare you? I don't know what else I said, but I was not happy. And I withdrew from our relationship, our friendship, our cousinship, whatever it is. And we haven't really talked since. It'll be a year in a couple months since we've talked. And she was like my big sister. And I didn't even reach out to her when she had her baby girl that she wanted so bad. I let my infertility get in the way of my friendships and my family relationships. And, you know, just with so many relationships with people that I love. For what? That wasn't about me. She wanted to share this good news with me, and I took it and made it about me. Another situation that I, you know, reacted poorly, but thankfully my sister-in-law is great and understood that I can be crazy. Not saying you guys are crazy, but that I can be. Is that my sister-in-law texted me to tell me, you know, I just want you to know that, you know, we love you, we're praying for you, we're sorry your IVF cycle failed, and we don't want this to hurt you, but that they were pregnant. And I was so upset that it was worded, we don't want to hurt you, or I don't want to hurt you, or I hope this doesn't hurt you, or something like that. I was like, wait a second, how dare her even think that this would hurt me? Again, I made it all about me, and it didn't have anything to do with me. She was trying to be kind and tell me in a way that wouldn't hurt me, but I made it all about me. And I don't know. Luckily, we've talked and we're good now, but man, I've tried to really get out of this mindset that it is all about me. Sometimes I have to take a step back, you know, because sometimes, yes, it does hurt, and it's not that they're pregnant that hurts. It's the fact that, oh wait, I'm not pregnant, and I don't know when it's happening. It's just a reminder that someone else has what you don't. My cousin and my sister-in-law should have been able to like jump for joy and tell me that they're pregnant without the worry that I would be angry and upset and hurt. You know what I'm saying? And so that makes me really sad, because I want my friends and my family to be happy for me when that happens, you know, and when I'm pregnant, and whether or not they've been through infertility. Just knowing that, hey, I made it, I beat it. So I don't really have like a playbook on how to, I guess, not really make it all about you. And this is for me. This is all coming from me and my personal experience with infertility, miscarriage, and friends and family all being pregnant and me not. I think it's just really remembering these situations and remembering the relationships and remembering the people that I love, that it is about them, and that moment in sharing this news with me is about them and their baby, and it's not about me. I don't want to just be happy when I'm pregnant. I want to be happy when people that I love get pregnant as well. Okay guys, last but not least is the whole comparison game. The whole comparison game that so many of us are on or do or play. You know, that race that we all think each of us needs to have the exact same path with the exact same terrain and the exact same mile marker and finish line. And we all need to finish and go at the same pace as everyone else. And that's not the case. That's not real life. That's not gonna happen. I have to remind myself of that, especially when I hear that my sister-in-law is having another baby and it's like their 7th or their 6th, or, you know, they've been married 2 years and it's their 2nd, or whatever, or, you know, another friend is pregnant, or an 18-year-old at church is pregnant and not married, and I'm just like, come on, like, can I even go on this race? Is it my turn to go yet? Or the club, the mom club that, you know, you want to be a part of. When really I have to remember, we're all on a different path. We're all on a different timeline and a different journey, and no one's is the same. When it seems like you are constantly getting knocked down and you're constantly getting those negatives or those sad moments, or you see so many other people get what you want. I always try to remember that God knows my baby's birthday. One of my dear, amazing friends spent some time with me on the phone right before our IVF cycle. She talked to me about how, you know, positivity really helped her, and how she went through 5 cycles of IVF. 5! And what kept her going and what kept her positive and faithful and hopeful was that she knew that the Lord knew her baby's birthday. How beautiful is that? You guys, the Lord knows my baby's birthday. It may not be in December of 2019 like I'm hoping. It may not be in January of 2020, or it may not even be in 2020. But He knows my baby's birthday, just like He knows yours. And His timing is perfect. It is so perfect. And it's gonna be a pretty amazing day. All right, guys, so I think that is it. I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching. You know, I have been on this infertility road for 4.5 years, almost 5 years. We've been through so much. 6 IUIs, an IVF cycle that failed, 2 miscarriages, and it just seems like it's one thing after another, and it's always something sad. But it's been a really amazing transformation to kind of get outside of myself and to be happy for other people, even in the midst of the hard stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I really hope that maybe some of these tips that I shared help someone else kind of get to a place that is really good and, you know, peaceful and comforting and joyful, because I know that this journey is so dang hard. Miscarriage is hard, infertility is hard. Oh, they're so painful. But I know that having joy in the journey, which is not easy, can make all the difference, especially when you have support and you have people around you that you love. And I think one of the things I need to remember is, in order to get support, I also need to give support to my friends and family that do and don't struggle with infertility, or may have had or may haven't had a miscarriage. So I need to just show love and support and kindness and pray for all of my friends and my family, and just hope that they don't have to go through what I've been through. We are grateful to be able to share our journey, to share the things that we've learned on this infertility journey, because I feel like it's been a lot. And I'm laughing, and someone's gonna say something about that now. Okay, anyway guys, we love you, and yeah, let me know how I can help you. Toodles.